Welcome to Glitch World. Stay sharp, stay alive. Your performance determines your bloodline's fate. Die or become corrupted, and your family pays the price.
Opens his eyes. He's standing in the middle of a house he has never been in, but somehow he knows every room. Memories that aren't as flood in like cold water. He's playing a husband. He's never had a girlfriend.
You've got to be kidding me.
On the couch, two elderly people with white hair watch a muted TV. Their backs are turned, the father's skin is dry, almost gray. The mother has a crimson birthmark the size of a palm covering half her face. From the ensuite bathroom, water running. Steam curls under the door. The silhouette of a woman moves behind frosted glass. Zach counts him. The old couple. The woman in the bathroom.
4. There are 4 people in this house.
He looks down. A leather-bound notebook has appeared in his hand. Rule set 8th house. When you live here with your wife, your mother, and your father, remember only 3 people live in this house. 2, maintain a good relationship with your wife. 3, you may trust your wife, unless she removes her red hair clip. 4, you sleep in the study. After midnight, lock the door. No matter who knocks, do not open. 5, you and your wife have no children. If you hear an infant crying at night, ignore it. 6, you own a black dog. If it turns white, throw it off the balcony. 7, under no circumstances share a bedroom with your wife. The stream goes live. Millions tune in. Chat floods the screen.
3 people, but I count 4? Which one is it? The wife? The parents?
Whitmore fam, riding or dying.
Zach stares at Rule 1. His jaw tightens. He starts thinking. Across 6 split-screen feeds, the other champions wake up in identical houses, reading identical rules. House Beaumont. Etienne Beaumont hears a woman's voice from the bathroom.
Darling, could you bring me my robe?
But of course, mon amour. He walks to the bathroom door. A pale hand with red painted nails reaches out. Etienne smiles dreamily. He hands over the robe. The hand grabs him. Crack. The bathroom tiles run red. House Beaumont's feed cuts to black.
Etienne! No!
Bro really died for a woman in Chapter 1.
House Beaumont is cooked. Curse incoming for their bloodline.
Someone warn Zach. Please.
Back to Zach. Still holding the notebook, still thinking. Then his HUD flickers. A mechanical voice cuts through his skull. System activated. Each rule set contains one false rule. Rule A3 is the false rule. Zach reads Rule 3 again.
You may trust your wife, unless she removes her red hair clip.
He looks up at the bathroom door. Steam. Silhouette.
Honey, you out there? I need my pajama.
Chat goes insane.
Don't do it, Zach.
Etienne just died doing this exact thing.
But Rule 2 says maintain good relationship with wife? This is a trap either way, oh my god.
Zach closes his eyes, breathes, thinks through the logic.
Rule 2. Maintain a good relationship with wife. Rule 3 is falso, so the real logic of Rule 3 is inverted. Trust your wife is always true. Falso part is the exception clause, unless she removes the clip.
Meaning the wife with the red hair clip is the dangerous one.
He grabs the pajamas, walks to the bathroom, opens the door. The wife inside, young, beautiful, and on her head a red hair clip, glinting under the light. Everyone watching holds their breath. Zach does not hand her the pajamas. Instead, he reaches out and removes the clip from her hair. The wife blinks, her eyes clear. The uncanny tension drains from her face.
Zach. What are you?
You asked for these. Sorry it took so long.
The wife stares at the clip in his hand. She has no memory of putting it on.
He removed the clip.
Genius! The false rule meant the clip equals danger, not a wife!
House Whitmore, different breed.
I need to lie down.
Moments later, Zach walks back through the hallway. Crisis 1. Neutralized. He exhales.
Okay. Rule 1. 3 people. I count 4, so one of us is it.
He stops in the living room doorway, studies the elderly couple. The father, the mother. The father stares at the TV, unblinking, skin like cracked paper. The mother's birthmark pulses under the warm lamplight. She turns and smiles.
You've been cooped up in that study all week. Sit down. Watch TV with us.
Come eat some fruit. Be with your family.
2 requests, simultaneously. Zach's eyes move between them.
Still got some reading to finish. Good night.
He walks briskly to the study, closes the door, locks it. Behind him in the silence of the living room, one pair of eyes does not look away.
Did you see the father's face when Zach walked away? Bro did not blink once!
How's Krishnamurthy's guy just accepted fruit from the parents? No!
Zach searches the study. Desk, bookshelves, drawers. Bottom drawer of the bookcase, he finds a tiny folded onesie, infant-sized. Zach staring at it. Rule 5. No children. He files it away, closes the drawer. Folded paper falls from the shelf above. Rule set B, the neighborhood. 1. Do not comply with any request made by it. 2. 9:0 a.m. to 6 p.m. are your wife's working hours. Make sure the person you see is, and only is, your wife. 3. The kitchen belongs to your mother. You may not enter. 4. There is no pork for sale at the local market. 5. Your father has a sweet tooth. If he acts affectionate, give him a piece of candy. 6. You live on the 13th floor. If you see a figure standing outside the window, turn off the lights immediately. 7. If someone wearing a green hat comes to deliver a package, scream at them and tell them to leave. Rule B7 is the false rule. Zach stares at Rule 7. A delivery guy in a green hat. Scream at him and make him leave? That's the false rule. So when the guy shows up, the opposite approach is needed. Zach files that away. 23:35. He checks his phone. Time allows. Then a knock at the study door. His wife stands there in a silk robe. She's holding a bowl of warm soup.
I made you some soup. You should eat.
Rule 7! No same bedroom! Bro, do not let her in your room.
Zach, remember the rules, man.
Come in.
Zach, what are you doing?
Is he insane? She's coming in!
She sets the soup on his desk and stands there, waiting, hopeful. Zach picks up the bowl and drinks. Nothing happens.
Will you come sleep in the bedroom tonight?
Zach's eyes flick up. Rule 7, no shared bedroom. But refusing hurts the relationship. Rule 2, maintain it. He looks at the infant onesie still sitting on the desk. A gamble. He smiles warm, deliberate.
I want to. But I'm worried about you. After everything that happened, I don't want to rush you. I'll take the couch.
The wife's breath catches. Her eyes go soft with something old and buried. She nods slowly and leaves without another word. Wife affection plus 20. Bonus system unlocked. 1 additional false rule identification. Rule B6 is also false. Zach spins. The window, Rule B6. If you see a figure outside the window, turn off the lights. That's the false rule. He looks at the window. A woman in a red dress is standing outside, 13 floors up, floating. Her face blinks. Zach does the opposite. He turns the lights on. Flash, the creature lunges. Rows of teeth filling the frame. The light hits it. A shriek. It recoils, vanishes into the dark.
What in the... I actually screamed!
B6 was false! Lights on equals repellent! Holy!
Zach is on another level.
The wife has left for work. Rule B2, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. are wife's hours. The person in this house during those hours who looks like her isn't. A woman's voice calls from the study door. His wife's voice. Wrong time.
Honey, you awake? I made breakfast.
Then pounding. Then slamming. Zach sits on his bed, completely still. He waits.
That is not the wife!
B2 literally says she's at work right now.
House this guy just yelled, "Coming! We're cooked!"
1 hour later, silence. He opens the door. Nothing there. The father is on the couch. The mother is cooking in the kitchen. The black dog lies in the corner, skeletal, eyes dull, hasn't touched its food bowl in a week.
That dog hasn't eaten in 7 days. Picky little thing, it'll starve itself to death.
7 days. The same timeline as the wife moving to the separate bedroom. The same timeline as everything going wrong. Zach files that away. The mother brings him breakfast, porridge, side dishes. She watches him sit down. He eats. Nothing happens. She's not it, at least not yet.
Oh, I left a pork roast in the fridge for you. Mrs. Hendricks next door gave it to me.
Zach pauses mid-bite.
Did you buy pork at the market recently?
No. I told you. It was from Helen Hendricks.
Why? Rule B4, there is no pork for sale at the local market. Meaning if the rule is true, the market can't provide pork, but a neighbor can, Mrs. Hendricks. Something about that name makes his skin prickle. He can't place it yet. Wait, Zach just realized something. Rule B1 says, do not comply with any request made by it. If Rule B4 is true and there is no pork at the market, then where did Helen Hendricks get a whole roast? Zach walks to the fridge. He opens it. There, wrapped in wax paper, is the meat. But as he leans in, he notices a small, familiar object tucked into the corner of the shelf. It's a green hat. Would you like to see Zach confront his mother about the hat, or should he check the dog again to see if its fur is starting to turn white? Afternoon mother has gone out. The father sits on the couch, silent as stone. Zach walks toward the kitchen. Chat panics.
Rule B3 says kitchen is off limits.
Bro, are you serious right now?
House Morrison's girl just touched the kitchen door and she went down.
Zach enters the kitchen. He does not die. He puts food in the microwave. He does not die. He heats a second plate. He does not die. He looks around the kitchen carefully, searching. In the far corner, half hidden behind the trash cans, he sees faint golden lettering scratched into the tile. He moves the bins, crouches, reads. Clearance conditions, the Shard of Aethon. SSS, uncover the truth. Earn the trust of the key figure. Let them lead you out. S, find the safe zone coordinates. Escape alone. Survive 30 days in this house.
The truth is in the kitchen.
B3 was false. It didn't want him finding that. Zach, you genius!
House Park Analyst just lost his mind watching this.
Zach carries his heated plates to the table. Sits, eats. Cool as still water. He thinks Rule B3 said don't enter the kitchen. That rule was false, engineered by it to keep him away from this wall. The false rules aren't random. Each one protects something it doesn't want found. The father turns on the couch, stares at Zach with a smile that doesn't reach his eyes. Zach stares back, keeps eating, doesn't look away first.
The father is terrifying.
Why does he keep smiling like that?
I would have run Reed.
Zach clips the leash on the black dog. Barely 50 pounds, should be 80. They walk to the building's front entrance. The security guard steps out.
Hey, sign the log before you go.
Zach signs. Name, unit, destination, phone. He scans the log casually. Then he spots something.
Been inside all week. Anything happen around here?
Oh man. Yeah, actually. About a week ago, a woman, beautiful, absolute knockout, red dress, came to this building in the middle of the night, screaming, crying, something about her baby.
Zach's grip on the leash tightens.
Security came, she bolted, never filed a report. Your unit, actually. Building 4.
4. Zach thanks him, turns to leave. He catches a glimpse of the guard's open desk drawer. Inside, a white pill. The drawer snaps shut.
The guard has the white pill!
What is going on?
Red dress woman plus baby plus 1 week ago equals the thing outside the window?
The vet clinic glass door. A paper sign taped inside. Vet clinic rules. 1. Staff always wear white coats. If they switch to black, leave this city immediately. 2. Do not stay longer than 10 minutes. 3. You may see severely injured animals inside. Detached limbs. Separated bodies. This is normal. Do not react. 4. You may fully trust the staff here. Zach stands outside the door for 5 minutes, waiting for the system to flag a false rule. Nothing comes. He goes in. Cold inside. 10 degrees colder than the street. Through a half-open surgical door, a small dog on a table, its legs moving independently, detached from its body. Each limb twitches on its own. Zach looks away, breathes through his nose, keeps moving.
What are you looking at?
Zach turns, vet, white coat, wire-rimmed glasses, sharp eyes.
Just trying to find someone free.
The vet examines the dog, checks every strand of fur, then reaches into the cabinet. He sets a black pill on the counter.
Give it this. Daily.
The dog suddenly begins whimpering, pulling at the leash frantically. 5:03 p.m. Zach feeds the dog the black pill. The dog goes still.
White pill at the guard's desk!
Gray pill for the mom.
White for the wife, black for the dog.
The pills treat corruption. Different colors equals different severity.
The door unlocks. The wife steps in. She looks pale, exhausted. Her eyes are flat. Still on the couch, the red dress figure. It just sitting, watching. The wife's eyes don't track it. She can't see it. Zach moves fast, opens the medicine drawer. He reaches for the white pill.
Give her the pill!
Zach, move!
Which color? White or gray?
His hand hovers. 2 bottles. He glances at his wife. Her symptoms are mild, pallor, flat affect, early stage. He takes the white pill, hands it to her with a glass of water.
Thank you.
She smiles. The color returns to her cheeks.
Correct!
White equals mild corruption!
Gray equals moderate. Mom level.
Black equals severe. Dog level. Zach figured this out from observation alone. Unhuman.
Meanwhile, in the House Morrison stream, Lily's mother comes home with small deer antlers pushing through her scalp. Lily gives her the white pill. Wrong severity. The mother collapses.
Lily, no!
Gray pill for antlers, not white?
House Morrison analysts failed her.
Zach spreads his notes across the desk. Evidence. Timelines.
1 week ago, wife moves to separate bedroom. Dog stops eating. A woman in a red dress comes to this building screaming about a baby.
He opens the bottom drawer, stares at the infant onesie.
No children, that's the rule. But someone left this here. And someone cried for a baby downstairs.
Rule of 7. No shared bedroom. But the danger isn't the wife. So what is the danger in that bedroom? Rule C, he realizes, hasn't arrived yet. There must be more rules. More pieces.
Everything happened 1 week ago.
The onesie, the separation, the red dress woman, the dog.
They're all connected.
Zach is going to figure this out before any other house does. I believe!
The front door opens, the mother returns. Chat reacts before Zach can.
Oh no!
She has pig ears!
The mother stands in the doorway on top of her head, 2 pale pig ears twitching. Her birthmark has spread. Her eyes are glassy. The wife doesn't react. Normal Tuesday. Zach forces his face neutral. He moves to the medicine drawer. No hesitation this time. He picks up the gray pill, holds it out to his mother.
Here, Mom. Take this.
She swallows it. The glassiness softens. The ears don't disappear, but she stops swaying.
Gray equals moderate! Confirmed!
But the ears didn't go away?
The pills suppress corruption. They don't cure it.
The mother goes to bed without a word. The wife follows. Zach sits alone.
Rule set C has been unlocked.
He looks down. A new page has appeared inside the notebook. Rule set C. The household 1. Take the black dog to the vet every day at 5 p.m. Continue until it turns white. 2. If you receive a call from your wife's workplace, ask which department is calling. If they say research development, hang up immediately. 3. If violent pounding comes from the storage closet, do not open it. 4. Monitoring the emotional state of your family is essential to household stability. 5. Be cautious of Mrs. Hendricks next door. 6. If your mother returns home after spending time with Mrs. Hendricks, give her the gray pill. 7. When your wife returns from work, give her the white pill.
Rule C1 contains a false element. Until it turns white is the false instruction.
Zach reads Rule A6 again. If the dog turns white, throw it off the balcony. That rule is true. So if the dog turns white, something catastrophic has happened to the dog. The false part of Rule C1 isn't go to the vet. It's stop going when it turns white. It wants him to stop bringing the dog to the vet at the most critical moment.
The dog turning white equals worse corruption level.
The 6 said throw it off the balcony if it turns white.
But that's probably also false.
Zach is going to have to make that call when it comes.
9 a.m. Wife at work. Mother out. Father on the couch. Zach follows the sound. It's coming from the Stopin closet.
Rule C3 says don't open it.
Zach, please!
Every time he looks like he's about to do something dumb, he does something genius instead.
But also, every time he looks like he's doing something genius, let him cook.
The pounding intensifies. The door rattles in its frame. The black dog recovering nicely these past 2 days. Fur shiny weight returning, presses itself against Zach's leg. Trembling.
Dog bond plus 20 bonus. Unlock 1 additional false rule ID. Rule C3 is false.
Zach stares at the storage closet door. Rule C3 is false. The pounding is real. Something in there wants out. He opens it. Silence. Instant. The closet is almost empty. Bare shelves. Dust. Except in the center of the room, an old chest freezer plugged in, humming.
What is he doing?
He steps forward, reaches for the freezer handle, opens it. One look. He slams it shut, stumbles back, hand over his mouth. He breathes, forces himself not to be sick. Behind him, a cold breath on the back of his neck.
Behind him!
Zach, turn around!
He turns. The father stands inches from his face, papery skin, hollow eyes, that terrible smile.
When did you know?
Zach stares at it. Something shifts in his understanding. He thinks back. First night, father said, come eat some fruit, be with your family. The mother said, sit with me, just yourself. First person singular, but the thing posing as father said, be with your family. Third person plural, as if he wasn't part of it.
First night. You said be with your family. Your wife said sit with me. You used third person.
The father's face falls apart like rotting plaster. Beneath it, facing the woman in the red dress, the figure in the window. Red woman.
Clever boy.
A phone rings from the living room. Zach holds his ground, then calmly steps past IT.
Zach stepped past it.
He just walked by the monster? The rules protect him. As long as he doesn't break them, IT can't touch him.
This guy is ice cold.
Zach picks up the phone. The red dress woman drifts behind him, sits on the couch, watching.
Hello?
Mr. White, this is Meridian Pharmaceuticals. Your wife, Elena White, is an employee of ours.
Meridian Pharmaceuticals. He looks at the pill bottles in the cabinet, the label, Meridian Pharm. He asks fast.
Which department are you calling from?
Static. A burst of it. Then the voice returns.
Sales division.
Not R&D. He exhales.
We have reason to believe this city is becoming critically unsafe. Meridian is organizing a staff evacuation. Each employee may bring one family member. Elena has designated you. Pick up tomorrow, 6 p.m., outside your building.
Zach hangs up. Stares at the wall for a long moment. Zach, calculating. Elena works for the pill manufacturer. The pills suppress Anomaly corruption. Meridian would know before anyone else when a city's too far gone. The S-level exit just landed in his lap. He could take it. Be gone by tomorrow night. But he looks at the freezer, at the red-dressed woman still sitting on his couch. Something about this story is not finished.
S-level escape literally offered to him.
Zach, take it. Oh my god.
He's not going to take it, is he?
House Whitmore analysts are sweating.
The wife returns. She sees the red-dressed woman instantly. The pill has worn off. Her face transforms. Something old and furious surfaces.
You! My baby! You killed my child!
She lunges toward IT. Zach grabs her arm. Hard, her ears are beginning to change. Small protrusions pushing through the skin near her temples.
What did it do to the baby?
Elena knows what happened.
The onesie, the separation, the screaming woman 1 week ago.
Oh my god, it all connects.
Zach wrestles the white pill into her mouth, clamps her jaw, holds it. She swallows. The protrusions recede. She sags against him, suddenly hollow.
Zach, why am I on the floor?
You're exhausted. Come on, sit down.
He settles her on the couch and sits across from the red dress figure. IT watches him. It says nothing.
What happened to her baby?
The red dress woman tilts her head, smiles slowly. She does not answer.
Zach is talking to it, now!
He's trying to get the story out of IT.
SSS run incoming. I can feel it.
A knock at the front door. Through the peephole, a heavy-set man in a green baseball cap, a package under his arm. Rule B7, scream at him, make him leave. False rule. Zach opens the door.
The green-hat guy.
B7 is false. Zach knows. Let him cook.
House Valdez's guy screamed at the delivery man last episode and got his front door caved in.
Package. Sign here.
Zach signs. The man leaves without another word. Inside the package, a USB drive. The sender field reads, heartbroken.
Heartbroken!
Who is heartbroken?
The red dress woman? She was crying about a baby.
The red dress figure is in the corner of the study, watching. Its eyes track the USB drive. It does not want him to plug it in. Zach plugs it in. Files. Video files. He opens the first one. Footage. The living room. This house shot from a hidden camera. Timestamps from 3 weeks ago. The man playing the husband, the role Zach now inhabits, pacing. On the phone. Another file. The bedroom. A woman enters. Young, dark hair, different from the wife, and she isn't subtle about why she's there.
Oh,
that's not the wife.
He had someone else in the house.
A third file. Same bedroom. The wife walks in, early, unexpected. She sees. The fight that follows is silent on the footage, but you can read it on every face. The wife's stomach, visibly swollen with pregnancy, backs into the doorframe. Her hand goes to her abdomen.
She was pregnant.
Oh no.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
The last file. The woman from the bedroom, the other woman, now in a red dress. Standing in this building's lobby, the security log. The same night, screaming for a baby that wasn't hers. Or the baby she believed was hers. Zach closes the laptop, he turns. The red dress woman is right behind him.
He told you it was your child. It wasn't.
The red dress woman's expression fractures, something almost human breaking through the corruption.
She didn't know.
She thought the baby was hers.
He lied to both of them.
And now she's IT and the wife lost the baby. And
Zach is going to use this. I can feel it.
A knock at the door. Zach opens it. Mrs. Hendricks. Curly hair, round face, bright smile.
Good morning, dear. Is your mother home? We had plans.
Behind Zach, the mother appears from her bedroom. She's still wearing the pig ears from last night. They've grown slightly larger.
Helen!
Zach steps fully into the doorframe.
Perfect timing.
Mom, you need rest. She can visit another time.
Oh, I'm fine.
You're not.
Brief standoff. Mrs. Hendricks' smile doesn't waver. That's what bothers Zach. It never quite touches her eyes.
Oh, what a lovely dog. You know, it's been so long since I've had a proper roast.
The dog retreats to the far wall. Zach closes the door.
she keeps looking at that dog. Rule C5, be cautious of Mrs. Hendricks.
She gave them pork, and the market has no pork.
Where is she getting pork?
Mother has gone out with Mrs. Hendricks, despite Zach's warning. The wife is at work. Zach sits with the dog, a rare quiet. The red dress woman is in her usual corner, but today she's facing the window instead of Zach, as if she's looking for something. Or someone.
The man who lived here before me is gone?
No answer, but the red dress woman's shoulders tense slightly.
He's in the freezer, isn't he?
Silence. Then, the barest nod, almost imperceptible.
The body in the freezer.
It killed the man who caused all this.
She killed him over the baby.
She's not just a monster. She's thriving.
Zach figured that out and he's going to use it.
Zach exhales. The puzzle is almost complete. He just needs one more piece. 5:45 p.m. Zach has the dog's leash ready. The medicine organized. He stands in front of the red dress woman.
I know what happened. You weren't told the truth about whose child it was. You came here looking for something that was never there. And then you died for it.
The woman's form flickers. The corruption wavers. Something beneath the red dress surface, a girl who once wore something else entirely.
Your wife didn't hurt you. Your
scared her. She lost the baby. She's still here, still grieving. Same as you.
The red dress form stands, steps towards Zach.
Is it going to attack him?
Zach, don't move.
He hasn't broken a rule. It can't touch him.
Can it?
IT stops, 1 foot away from him. Its eyes for just a moment are clear. Then it passes through him, goes to the window, and simply ceases. The room feels 3 degrees warmer.
Anomaly entity neutralized. Key figure bond. Elena White, trust level, maximum.
A Meridian Pharmaceuticals van idles at the curb. Elena stands beside it with a bag. Zach locks the front door. The dog beside him tail wagging.
The dog comes with us.
Obviously.
They get in. The van pulls away. Through the window, Mrs. Hendricks stands at the building entrance, watching them leave. Her smile unchanging. Her eyes tracking the van until it rounds the corner and disappears.
Mrs. Hendricks is still out there.
She's definitely a next arc villain.
Zach will deal with her. House Whitmore forever.
The van drives through the city, through streets where people run and scream and change. Elena reaches over and takes Zach's hand. He doesn't pull away. The van arrives at a large weathered building outside the city. A sign, Meridian Processing Facility. The smell reaches Zach first. Iron, cold, industry.
Zach White, House Whitmore, has reached the safe zone. Clearance level, SS. Bloodline reward. House Whitmore receives the first shard fragment of Ethon. The shard is now 1/6 complete.
SSS clear.
House Whitmore gets the first fragment.
I'm crying actual tears right now.
5 more fragments. 5 more arcs.
Zach is built for this!
Inside, Elena is greeted by colleagues, clipboards, procedures, normalcy that feels surreal. A woman in a facility director's uniform approaches Zach.
We need a gate security officer. The last one didn't make it through the city. You want the job?
Zach looks around the facility. Sterile hallways, people in lab coats, the hum of industrial refrigeration. He thinks anywhere safe is also somewhere at TS. That gap is always temporary.
What are the rules?
The director hands him a laminated card. Facility Gate Security Rules of Conduct 1. You are required to verify all entrants against the approved Meridian Staff Manifest. 2. The list goes on. Zach reads. His face is unreadable.
Here we go again.
He pockets the card, walks to the gate. The dog trots alongside him, black coat gleaming in the early light.
Glitch World, Arc 2. The facility now open. House standings Whitmore 1 shard fragment. All others 0. The hunt continues.
Arc 2 confirmed!
The shard is real and Whitmore has the first pace.
Who's next? House Morrison? House Park?
Zach at a slaughterhouse is the most ominous ending possible, and